Hello and welcome to The Wire. My name is Indra Shekhar Singh and you're watching Farm Talks. As the fires begin to burn in Punjab, Haryana and other parts of the country, we really are trembling in cities like Delhi because a toxic winter awaits us. Now the usual suspects, of course, are the farmers who are said to be the main or major contributors to the problem of toxic air in places like Delhi. I'm talking about the farmers who are growing paddy or rice and then burning the residual straw, or called stubble burning also. But we have to investigate, are farmers really the problem? Or there are some other factors that are leading to the toxicity of Delhi's air? Well, if you look at the parliamentary question from last year, the own Indian government clearly highlights that it's vehicular pollution, industrial contamination and affluence emissions, along with dust and construction activities and localized burning and the MCD waste burning, all these factors are some of the major contributors to the problem of air pollution in the city. Yet, people don't shy away from blaming the farmers. The government also agrees that the stubble burning problem is only an episodic problem, which happens only at some point in the year and also leads not more than 4 to 6% of the total air pollution that is caused in Delhi or that reaches Delhi. So, why are we still blaming the farmers? You know, it's the Supreme Court that came out recently and said that we have to arrest farmers if they burn stubble. Now, is the Supreme Court also saying that we should put in prison all the vehicular pollution people or the industries that are causing these emissions? No, the Supreme Court, instead of banning these cars or putting the polluters, the major polluters in prison, is saying that now, 10-year-old cars and 15-year-old cars, 15-year-old petrol cars and 10-year-old diesel cars can now freely enter the capital and pollute here more. So that's the case of justice here, where you're calling for the minor polluters and episodic polluters to go to prison, whereas on the other hand, you're allowing for major pollution activities which come from cars and vehicular pollution. You're allowing these older models to enter back into the city. Now, of course, there are some other solutions that the government is proposing right now. First of them being cloud seeding. The government is thinking of geoengineering, which is modifying the weather, and they say that whenever pollution gets too much, we are going to cloud seed and cause artificial rain. Now, we've all seen the case in Dubai that how the artificial rain and cloud seeding went totally wrong and caused a big flood and flash floods in that area. So this is definitely not a permanent solution or a long-term sustainable solution. Of course, we can use them for these really high AQI days, but overall this is not sustainable. The government is also thinking, of introducing these new kind of machines in Punjab, which are then going to remove the straw, which are called super seeder or happy seeder, and these kind of machines. But these machines have also failed miserably because they've failed to be compliant with the older generation tractors that farmers in Punjab have. So there's another problem now, that first the government is putting so much money in a machine that the farmers cannot use. So that's another little obstacle that the government's major solution is finding while in its implementation. Now, if you look at some of the other factors, what is the government doing in actually reducing industrial pollution and vehicular pollution? There the government is silent. And why is it silent? Because we have already seen that, as per a report last year, that Delhi, the city of Delhi, used 1/3 of its total budget that was given to it for the National Clean Air Program. When we look at other cities like Noida, which are just part of the NCR region, we again see that major of this budget was underutilized. So the question naturally is that what are these cities, which are the major sources and also the sufferers of this pollution, really doing? And what is the administration in these cities doing when there is enough funds to do something about it? There are not enough smoke towers, we know that major of these pollution chunks happens from vehicles. So why are we not penalizing the vehicles? Why are we not increasing parking costs during the winter months? Or why are we not discouraging people to drive in the winter months especially? So these are some of the questions that the government needs to answer, because the government right now is blaming farmers and people are blaming farmers without understanding that the solution really lies in their hands. And the solution is not in arresting farmers, but the solution lies in investing in right kind of technology which is sustainable and stopping local sources of pollution like industrial emissions and vehicular pollution. So thank you so much for watching The Wire. We will be back with you with more information and more shows. Thank you so much.